Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 2. On play action, it's Murray rolling to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
first carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, Carter, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Murray now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Love. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Just like that. At 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 8. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. Murray has the first down and more. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Murray now on first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 38 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Bryce Love, 75 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard. He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Well, he'll find Hall. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Dobbins. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Try the toss play to Love. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. Always got some breathing room. Pushing his way through. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back now in Baltimore. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. Check 37. Check 37. Watch the eye. Report.
On first down, here's Love. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
second down and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give to Edmonds. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Don't be scared of it. Slam, slam, slam. Check 31, check 31.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Touchdown! That's caught. Nick Boyle, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Jackson.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Check, 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 check.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw, Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Running to start the drive is Love.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down at 4. Now Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Jackson to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Jackson.
Sliding out of the pocket to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Throwing, Jackson.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it here with Edmonds. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. 70 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Play action. Now it's Murray.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run with Connor. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
At the 17-yard line.
2nd and 15.
To throw, it's Murray.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
To keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Murray going to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this one is right through. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Being chased out left. They got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off at the 39. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and